There's definitely some runs that where I go on with Dylan, and we'll go out at some pace, and I'll be like, I check my phone like every 30 seconds. I'm like, yo, this is kind of fast. And Dylan's like, yeah, this is kind of fast. And like a few miles later, this is still kind of fast. And then at the end of it, you're just kind of like, this is fast, but I should just finish this, I guess. That's a good run. Is when you can sort of like exceed what you thought you could, and for longer than you thought you could do.
4 days a week. We start at 6 a.m. every day. Usually everyone's pulling up as close to 6 a.m. as possible in order to be out on the track at 6 a.m. And so then we practice, usually till about like 7:30. So right when the sun comes up, we know it's time to go inside. Then we stretch together, do some core together or something, and then hit the showers.
In case of a nuclear attack, I just have to cover it.
Mother Hen and Papa Bear, they are amazing and very committed to the cross country team, very committed to making us better, very committed to keeping us on schedule, making sure we're doing our workouts, making sure we're getting our best run in, pushing us to our best. They're genuinely really fun and really nice people to be around, and they're not detached. Some coaches are like, oh, they come in, they coach, then but the runners have their own little culture. No, they're just as much like part of our groups, part of our cliques as any one of us.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Ooh, that's cool.
Most Saturdays and sometimes on Fridays, we have what we're training for, our big cross-country meet. Arrive at school, hop on the bus, and get out to the course. And we have really 4 teams that compete, JV boys and girls and varsity boys and girls. And we go out there early in the morning, we warm up, and then we hit the course and we run. And we usually dominate, both our boys and girls.
Yeah, that's kind of our thing. We don't like losing.
The meets, I feel like, bring people together a lot. Everyone is always excited to drink chocolate milk together afterwards or play instruments. Sometimes there are pianos and flutes around and trumpets for people to play. It's really just a big bonding experience and a lot of fun.
To have accomplished something physically and sometimes emotionally challenging before the rest of the world is even awake is pretty cool.
And then running around the track, running out on the trail, you get to that point in running where it's those really bad days of running. You're just I'm just tired, just uncomfortable, I want to do this.
I say that I don't really like running, but I love being a runner. And I think that's because the best people are runners. And when I'm thinking of the people who I relate to the most and who challenge me to push myself the most and who understand me the most, it's all people who I've run with. And if I want to find someone who I can be a friend to, then I know that oh, do you run? Oh, you've got to be a cool person.
Walk into the locker room and you're kind of quiet and really tired and just kind of oh my gosh, I have so many more weeks of this. This is going to be rough. But then as the season progresses, you walk in the locker room in the morning and you're still tired, except then you see everyone else is also tired and you're hey guys, and it just, everyone comes together and then you walk out and you're ready for the warm-up and you feel a lot better about it.
These people have really made high school for me and been such an important part of my life for these past 3 years that it's going to be really strange and I am going to miss them. There's going to be a lot of tears at banquet. I already know it.
On the last day of practice this year, everyone was Audrey put on a sad playlist and everyone was really sad, but I wasn't really feeling it then because I was like, we still have 27 more weeks of school left. Like I'm not in the mood to talk about ending school yet. There's too much more. But then yesterday at regionals, I wasn't able to run because of my leg, and it was actually while I was just standing there with Mr. Cross, and like it felt like I was not on the team anymore, you know, and it was like interesting to see how everyone was running without me, and it was just like I felt like I was looking in from above, like from next year, and I could just like envision how the team would be in the next coming years.
If you're excited to be there at cross country, if you're excited to meet people, if you're excited to run and see yourself improve, if you're excited to work hard, you're gonna like do so well. You'll make friends, you'll see your performance improve. You're going to get a lot out of your cross country experience.
Join the team because it's a place where you can measure who you are as a person and your abilities in a different way, and you're not comparing yourself to people academically, but rather you're comparing yourself to yourself and how good you were yesterday to how good you are today and how good you feel when you're around the people that you're around.
Jags on 3, everybody. 1, 2, 3, Jags!
Been talking about